Hi everyone, it's me. It's Aisha, the founder of AloeCurves, a plant-based feminine and skincare line for your sensitive, dry, and irritated skin. And guess what today is? Herb Day. I'm so excited because I get to talk about herbs and plants and how my products go from this to this. So excited with all things that come from the earth, bananas. So let's talk about it. So let me start by saying that I believe the herbs and plants that are in AloeCurves products make AloeCurves so special. And I do not believe AloeCurves would be what it is if we did not use so many natural plant-based things, and if I myself was not in the lab formulating and making some of these items. So if you don't know what herbalism is one of the oldest forms of medicine. It's taking things from the earth, medicinal plants, to help you heal and to promote your overall health and well-being. But only things that come from the earth. And so because of my own sensitive skin and because of my own skincare issues, finding the right products and finding the right things that worked, I decided to strip my products of all things synthetic. They're completely chemical free, and I decided to start making my own herbal infusions. And so I do this in 3 ways with AloeCurves. So I make hydrosols, and so that would be your herbs either steeped or steam distillated in water. And they kind of look like this when I make them. So this is my version of rose water. And so I do my rose water with steam distillation, and it makes this really cool, like light red, orangey color. The second way I use herbs in my formulas is by making my own herbal extracts. And so alcohol is used a lot of times to make extracts because alcohol is really good at extracting the benefits from the herbs. But in my products, I want them to be moisturizing and soothing for the skin. And so I found a way to create an extract without using alcohol. And so I boil herbs like hibiscus inside of vegetable glycerin. Or sometimes I will put an herb in an oil and let it sit for weeks and let it naturally extract the things that are good for the skin. So this is a cucumber extract, but the hibiscus extract looks just like this. It creates this really cool, dark, deep red color. And so what I found with herbalism is that there are some plants that will give your products such a beautiful color. For example, our feminine wash has this beautiful, soft, pink, reddish color, and that comes from using a plant that has that color. So I think the herbs really add to AloeCurves and makes it what it is. And in addition to that, I use essential oils. And essential oils also give my formulas a beautiful color. And essential oils are essentially plant extracts, but they go through a distillation process to steam distill. And when the hydrosol is made, the oil sits at the top, and then you kind of extract the oil and put it in bottles. I'm still experimenting with making my own essential oils. I did manage to make one, and it was pretty cool. So yeah, the cool thing about herbalism, I didn't know anything about it. Like, had no idea what the name was, what all it entailed. It was kind of one of those things that you start making plant-based products and then it opens up a whole new world for you. And so what had happened was I had some orders to make. And at the time I was buying my rose water. I was buying it from Sprouts. And so, which was kind of expensive too, especially if you're someone who's watching that uses roses in a lot of products or has bought rose water before, it can get really pricey. And so I head to Sprouts. Actually, I went to Whole Foods first. I went to Sprouts, and then I went to maybe like 2 different Sprouts. all completely sold out. And it was late. All the stores were closing. And my orders, I had committed to having them done tomorrow. And so I'm a people pleaser naturally. And so sometimes my people pleasing comes in handy because it causes me to think outside the box. And so I am rushing around Sprouts. I'm looking everywhere in every possible section. I'm like, maybe somebody hid a rose water. Maybe somebody like left one. Nah, nothing. And so I'm just kind of roaming around the store. And if you've ever been to Sprouts, they have like a clearance flower section where you can get like plants. And so I look over there and it's like a bunch of roses on sale. And you can call this Herbal Intuition. I don't know what you call this, but I was like, I wonder how you make rose water. And so in my mind, I'm like, I've just dropped the roses in the water and then that makes rose water. And so I grabbed the roses, and as I'm in line, there's like 2 people in front of me. As I'm in line, I'm like on the internet, like, how do you make rose water? And I stumbled across this video, I swear to God. It was like a 1-minute video of this lady. She had a pot in her kitchen. She had the roses in the water, and she was showing how to make rose water. Boom. That's all I needed. I didn't even know if I could do it. I didn't even know if I could do it. I'm like, yes, this is the answer. This is it. And so I go home, and that night I make rose water. And that completely changed the game for me. Not only did it lower my expenses, but it really started to open up the world of herbalism. I'm like, oh my God, well, if roses do this, and if I can make a product as good as our feminine wash, because our feminine wash is good, then what else can I make? And so I just started experimenting with different herbs and different plants and researching them and, what are the benefits of this and what are the benefits of that? And so that's what happened. And I have started taking herbalism classes, and herbalism is actually how I got into esthetician school, because as I started reading about the herbs, I really wanted to know about how things penetrate the skin and how our skin works as the largest organism on our body. And I realized, if you want to do what you want to do, and if you want to help people's skin, and if you want to physically put your hands on people's skin and talk about it and teach about it in the way that you would like to, you may need to have some type of license or certification to kind of back you up. And so that's how I got into esthetician school, by default of me running out of rose water. And I think when it comes to your purpose, like, it kind of works that way. And I feel like once you're willing to kind of, I won't necessarily say take a leap, because I feel like sometimes that's very misinterpreted. It's like, sell all your things and move to Hawaii. And it's like, no, that's not always what take a leap means. Sometimes it's just being open to a new idea, a new concept, and it can open up a new world for you. And so that's kind of what happened to me. So I am like a budding herbalist, which is really cool. So I would say the biggest lesson I've learned with herbalism, and am learning, because I feel like I'm going to be a lifelong learner in this process, is that some herbs are really potent, and it can be really irritating to the skin. And so for me, I had to learn different ways to prepare different herbs so that it's not irritating for the skin. And granted, you can still be allergic to an herb. You can still have a reaction to, an ingredient. But I wanted to make sure I was doing my due diligence in preparing products that did not have a lot of adverse reactions. And so enhancing my herbal intuition, I learned a couple of different processes on preparation. As I said before, the hydrosols, I make them 2 different ways. My extracts, I have machinery so that I can boil the herbs. And then I also have a distillation machine that can make hydrosols and essential oils. And so it has just opened up a whole new world. I feel so connected to Mother Earth. And I think I've always been this person. I think it just took, me being open to a new concept and idea of having a plant-based company to really expand my mind in this area. So So I use herbs and plants in every last single product, even if it's an oil. Our oils are different blends of different essential oils and carrier oils. Our hibiscus rain facial essence and toner, love, love, love. And it has this color because of the hibiscus. Our washes, we have a feminine wash, 2 face washes, foaming face washes, and then our skin creams. And so all of them are designed to help you with your sensitive, dry, and irritated